Hey, what's up, everybody? Thought I'd do, since it's 5:24, I just got back from the gym and I can't sleep. My sleeping schedule's all kind of messed up lately. Thought I would do that prediction video before, because, I mean, the NA playoffs are coming, they're coming quick, so thought I'd put this, video out. I'm just gonna do it off the top of my head because I don't like writing stuff down in advance. It seems too fake when I do that. So I'm just gonna go off the top of my head from my own opinions and knowledge, I guess. So first match, Saturday, August 23rd, 12 p.m. TSM versus Dignitas in the quarterfinals. Honestly, I'd have to say I was surprised Dig even did as well as they did early on in the season. So this is a no-brainer. I have to give TSM this one. They have Lustboy, who's, in my opinion, probably the best. Like, Lustboy is probably one of the top two players in the LCS, and by far the best support player. So he's gonna bring the best out of Turtle, and as long as Amazing doesn't pick Jarvan, and I see them winning this really easily, and I give TSM 3-1 or 3-0. So that's a pretty straightforward one. I don't think Dig has any chance, unless Shifter like goes crazy on Ari or something. But even if he does that, they'll just ban it the next game. So I don't think Shifter has enough heroes that he can carry on. And this is not a good patch for Zion Spartan. Like Alistair and Maokai, it's not a good patch for him at all, so he's not going to be a threat. Alright, on to Curse for CLG. Sunday, August 24th, 12 p.m. The other quarterfinals. We have my wildcard team, Curse. Let me move my mic closer. Ooh. And so we have Curse for CLG. Chris has been performing really well coming into the playoffs. I think Special has brought a lot to their team, and Voyboy's been performing well. And I mean, their team is it's pretty solid, you know. Cop's always been this super safe laner that is he's gonna be in the late game, you know. I don't think he's not a big threat late game as some other ADs, but I think he's really like a solid player, and he's consistent. Like, I don't think his peak is anywhere near like a double lift or a wild turtle or an Altec or a Vasily, but he's consistent, and that's good during the season. It's not that good in the playoffs, but I think Special is really good. So I see their bot lane. I see them doing fine against Afro and Double. But then again, CLG, they're coming back from Korea. I mean, the last time they went to Korea, it didn't really help them at all. It looked like they got worse. Like, honestly, I don't... shout out to Tropical Smoothie. I don't think... Like, this whole, let's talk about mid lane. Like, I'm going to talk about the lanes, and then I'll talk about what I think about CLG in Korea. So mid is Voyboy. He's been performing well. The only problem is he's revealed his, I think he's revealed, like, his bag of tricks. And if Link can't counter the stuff that Voyboy's been putting out when he's had this much time and he's been playing against Korean mid laners, then that's just his own fault, like, honestly. And CLG needs to take that into account when they ban, obviously, because Trist is like he's a double pick for their team. He's pretty important, I think. Honestly, I think I don't even know who I'd give that mid matchup to, honestly. If Voyboy has some like hidden stuff, he might come out on top. He's been performing well. Link's just always solid, but he doesn't really impress me with like carrying and stuff. But he's just like a solid top mid laner. So Okay, top lane. We got Seraph and Quas. I think, you know, honestly, I think Quas is better than Seraph. Quas has always been he's been pretty beast. Ever since he ever since he joined Curse. So I think Curse has the advantage in the top lane, and I'm sure he can play Maokai and Alistair and whatever else is good top nowadays. I'm sure he can do it. And Seraph, I mean, Seraph has a beast in Italy though, so that's something that Curse is really gonna need to work on their lane swapping to like dodge the Nidalee if they try to counter Maokai or Alistair with Nidalee. Cause like I don't play top lane, but I played like high diamond, and when I get stuck on top lane, I play Alistair or Maokai, and that is a complete nightmare against a good Nidalee player. So they're gonna have to work on dodging that or camp it or something. So let me talk about what I think about CLG and their CLG and their boot camp in Korea. You know, this time hopefully they would take out more out of it than last time they went, because I remember last time when they went, felt like they came back and they weren't good. They looked like they got worse. Like their morale was beaten. And I mean, obviously, like I skimmed through the Chasing the Cup video, and they just looked like they were getting destroyed by the Korean teams, which I mean, it's expected. Like there's so many Korean teams. Like I would say off the top of my head, even like the 8th place Korean team would probably go almost undefeated in NALCS. Like it's that big of a gap. Like just from watching the games, I can tell that. I don't have any inside info. I don't live in Korea I don't know the Korean players that well. I met them at Worlds last year, but I don't know them well, and I don't keep in touch with that many of them. So I'd say like if CLG comes out better from this boot camp, I'd actually be pretty surprised. Like honestly, they've had horrible ban pick phases, which is kind of surprising to me considering they have like I think they have 2 coaches now. So hopefully they'll they need to improve their ban pick phase. It's really bad. And then like they put too much of a burden on double lift. I feel like ever since CLG has been in the LCS, it's been double lift needs to carry or we're gonna lose. And it for a little bit when Dexter, like right when Dexter joined, CLG was strong again because Dexter was a really good ganker, and the meta when mid and jungle was like really strong. So he brought a strength to their team, and that's actually when they got good because they were horrible before Dexter joined. So like I said before, whoever got Dexter on the team, that's the only thing that made CLG good. Nothing else. And then and then obviously Aframu's been performing well. Chaucer was a great player, but his time was like he's just like there's a time limit on any player. So honestly, I think CLG would have been better off if they should have kept Chaucer on as like a analyst or a coach or like an assistant coach, something, because I think I talked to him a lot, and he was their shot caller when they're actually playing, and he's like a knowledgeable. He was really knowledgeable. I mean, he was one of the best. He's one of them. Like Chaucer's a legend, you know. He's one of the big names. So if obviously Hotshot doesn't really. I don't think he deals with the team strategy much. So I think it would have been good for them to keep Chaucer on, but that's just my opinion. Okay, so final verdict: Curse for CLG. I think CLG, they just have, honestly, if they come out better, if they come out better from this camp, I see CLG taking this like in a close series, like 3-2. Like honestly, if they don't come out better, I think Curse will just show up and crush them. So if we see a CLG better than we did the last game that they had in the LCS, not with the subs obviously, then CLG could probably take this, I would think. So so let's go on to the next. The next brackets would obviously be, you know, honestly, I have no clue who's going to verse each other. Wait. So okay, TSM Dig was. What was TSM Dig? 3-6. Yeah. Okay, that was 3-6. So they would 3-6 would verse 2. So 2 is LMQ. Okay, so TSM would verse LMQ. LMQ, like, honestly, I don't know. They have been looking like they dropped in power after all that like scandalous shit was happening and going on, but they're still gonna come in strong. I think if TSM, if like TSM just need to keep Dyrus off of Irelia, because Irelia is a fucking horrible hero. I don't know why he keeps playing it. Keep Amazing off of Jarvan, because I don't think they've ever won a fucking game with Jarvan. I don't know. I think that Hero Ball is that, like, Jarvan's like the 7th or 8th best jungler. Like, why are you playing him? You know, it doesn't make sense. If TSM, if they get their ban pick down, I don't see them losing to LMQ, because Lust Boy is too good. Like, he's really smart. If they've improved their communication with him, he'll carry them, I think. And Bjergsen's really good, and that game's gonna come a lot down to Amazing and Dyrus, like, honestly, because if Dyrus just gets dumpstered, like, if he just builds like cooldown boots on Lulu and gets destroyed again, they'll lose. So I think that game's gonna be really really up to if Dyrus feeds or not. So, but if I had to guess, I'd say TSM takes it 3-1 or 3-2. And then we have, I'll just say CLG versus C9, because I think CLG will come in a little bit better than last time, and I think they have the overall talent to beat Curse. I'm not counting Curse out, though. They're my wild card. They could win the whole thing. So, but I'll do my prediction as CLG versus C9. I just don't see C9 losing to CLG, in all honesty. Like, if you watched my halftime prediction at when it was halfway through the LCS, I was like, if C9, the only problem with C9 right now is High is like playing like shit after his like surgery, and High's come back. He's come back and he's playing well, and the heroes that High likes are good again, like Zed and stuff. So Zed and Fizz are good right now. So I think C9's gonna be fine. Like, they're gonna need to, like, High has a really good Zed, so they're gonna need to watch out for High. I'm not really gonna go into, everyone knows the C9 players. I think they take that over CLG 3-1. So in my finals, I have TSM versus C9, and C9 has just been the TSM destroyers since they've joined the LCS. So like, it'd be hard to go against them, but I think if TSM goes in and they destroy LMQ and they have a good ban pick phase, I think that game is going to determine like how well they'll do against C9. If they crush LMQ, I think they have a good shot at being C9. If they go really close with LMQ, like 3-2, and the games are really close, I think C9's going to crush them. So if I had to guess, you know what? I have so much faith in Lust Boy, I'm just going to say TSM's going to win the whole thing. I don't give a fuck. So, so I say TSM wins the whole thing. Oh man, I've been like, yeah, I say TSM wins the whole thing 3-2. So I have TSM C9 as my top 2, and then third place would be CLG versus LMQ. I think LMQ probably win that, so I have LMQ third place. So first place TSM, second place C9, third place LMQ. Those are my world picks. And that is it for now. I might do one on the challenger scene, but like, I really don't have enough knowledge about the challenger scene. From the little bit of knowledge I do have, I think what teams are playing? It's EG and COL, right? I think whoever plays against COL has a good chance of getting in, honestly, but the challenger scene is not like, it's not crazy strong. Coast is pretty strong, but like every team besides Coast doesn't really look like a threat to me to an LCS team personally. But like that Team 8 team runs weird ass strats, so anything can happen, but in a best of 5, it's probably not going to be looking good for a cheese team. So I'd say Coast has the best chance of making it in if I had to guess, but I don't think if Coast has to play against EG, I don't think they'll win because Altec and Helios are too good. But they could win because EG does have weak points that they can go at. So that's gonna be the video. I'm gonna stop the stream now. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube later. So peace.